Hello and welcome to Attention Central Texas. I'm your host, Charles Jenkins, and today we have another exciting show for you. We have Skip Blansett, who's the senior pastor of First United Methodist Church in Killeen. Hello and welcome to today's show.
Hi, Charles. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's always good to have you on the show. Today, we're going to talk about the homeless and what you're doing to help out with the homeless. Let's just jump into it. Let's talk about it. I hear that you're building a new church.
We are, Charles. We are. Our present church is located downtown on Gray Street. We're right in the heart of most of the old-time Killeen. And as a result of that, there's a lot of people there who are going through difficult times. Some of it's not their fault. Some of it is just difficult times the economy has been. So in January of this year, I got with the people, and on a Sunday morning I said, this coming Thursday I'm going to get a pot of stew together, and I'm going to stand on the street corner, and whoever walks by gets a hot meal. If you'd like to join me, please do. On that Thursday we had 20 pots of stew and chili and all kinds of things, and about 20 people from the congregation showed up. And we started walking the neighborhoods. We literally walk the neighborhoods. And anybody that we see, we invite. To our surprise, 100 came that Thursday to eat with us. And every Thursday after that, we do it. The food comes from our congregation. People give freely. There's now a menu. And the people in our community realize that our church is just not a holy club that's inwardly turned. That it's a church outside the building. It's a church for the community. We're not interested in proselytizing. We're not interested in making everybody United Methodist. We're interested in caring for people and loving people, regardless of where they are in life. That's our job.
I think that is awesome. And I think the world needs more of it and more people that reach outside the church walls to the community, because people right there in the midst of what's going on are suffering, and you guys are doing it to reach. So when you move into your new building, what's the plans for the old building?
Well, it's been sold. Rivers of Living Water has purchased that building, and they're interested in a downtown ministry. So our hope is that that ministry will continue. Will First United Methodist still be involved? You bet we will. 100 different ways. For you see, we not only do the homeless, we also do food for the food bank. We do Jerusalem. We do Bethlehem. There is a place where we're building our church called United Methodist Park. And in that, we have constructed buildings, and we recreated Jerusalem for Easter. We recreated Bethlehem for Christmas. Literally in costume, we have 100 actors out of the church, and you get to see the birth of Christ take place as close as we can to first century. Same thing with the crucifixion and the resurrection of Christ. We charge to come through that 1 can of food, and that food goes to the Killeen Food Bank. In the summer, we do Windshape. We partner with Chick-fil-A here in town. We partner with Memorial Baptist Church and with the Catholic Church in Harker Heights and other churches. And we fly in 20 college students from across America. And Central Texas College has been so kind to let us use their facilities. And in the summer, the first week in June, we put forth a week camp of science and math and sports and worship. And it's for people who want an alternative, a Christian alternative to this community.
You said something that was key. First United, Memorial Baptist, getting a Catholic church, getting all the churches involved, because that's what it should be like. We all should come together and do great things like y'all doing. I think it's wonderful, again, and I know I said it earlier, but I think it's wonderful what you're doing, reaching out, helping people, not like the story of the Good Samaritan. You know, I see it, I'm going to overlook it and walk by it. You're doing something about it, and that's what the Bible commands us to do. Not just see it, but to do it, and I appreciate you doing that.
Well, you're exactly right, because what has grown out of the Thursday lunch is officials from Bell County have joined in.
Wow.
Rita, Jim Reed, Leslie Hinkle have joined in and have now formed a committee along with CAN, Christian Area Network, with Pastor Dillard there, have joined in and have now started a very strong organization to develop in Killeen Heritage House,
Wow.
which will be a home for folks who might not have a place to spend the night. We have made a presentation before the City Council. They so graciously received it, have encouraged us to continue. Peg Fleet has written a grant. We received $25,000 from that grant.
Wow.
A consultant has been hired to help us put this together and to make it work. One of these days, in Killeen, Heritage House will not only become a dream, it'll become a reality, thanks to all of us working together to make this happen. And that's got to be the spirit of Killeen. Yes. It's got to be. For so long, Charles, the church has remained quiet. They've been dictated to by Hollywood, by society. It is now time we speak. And not from an inward club, but from someone that cares, reaches out, and really makes a difference in the world in which we live. And it can.
And I love it. I mean, common themes coming out as you talk. Togetherness. We. Togetherness. Togetherness. Unite. That is what the Christian life should be about. Togetherness and uniting. And you guys are doing it. A lot of people talk about it, but not many people do it. And you're doing it. And I appreciate it. What is your passion behind this? Because I see it come out as you talk. What's your passion behind just reaching out and just helping?
I think the passion goes back to what is the real purpose of the church. Mm-hmm. And it has to be the purpose that Christ put forth. Inasmuch as you have done it unto the least of these, you have done it unto me. And I don't know who the least of these are. You know, it could be someone who has an awful lot, but who is bankrupt spiritually. It can be someone who has nothing. It always amazes me on Thursday, because after we have lunch, we have communion. Always amazes me at the spirituality of the folks that come to communion.
Wow.
They know the Bible, I think, far better than a lot of the members of my church. Someone, a grandmother, a grandfather, a mother, a father, somebody down the line has taught them. Mm-hmm. And they can quote scripture. They sing a cappella beautifully. They are people that may be forgotten, but I guarantee you God's not forgotten them. And we're not going to forget them. And I think that my passion comes from making Christ's words come alive. And if we can't do that, we've got big problems.
I totally agree. And I'm going to piggyback of what you just said. It is time for black, white, Asian, whatever race, nationality you are, is to step up and help people. Instead of overlooking and looking down, reach down and help them. If someone is under the bridge, you don't talk about them being under the bridge. You go under the bridge with them and help them to get out. We need to, I hope everybody's watching this interview today, because what you're saying is key. It's time for the church, it's time for individuals to step up and to reach out to those who are hurting, because with the economy, like you said, a lot of people are hurting today, especially our homeless, who seem they have nowhere to turn to, no one to look up to, and you're doing that.
Well, Charles, here's an example of what has happened. Before we started the Thursday luncheons, when I would walk out my office, either people would turn around, walk across the street, go in a different direction, or spit on the sidewalk and keep on going. We found our tires slashed. I found my tire slashed. We found ourselves sometimes in a situation where there was crime that occurred to our church. People sometimes would urinate on our church. When we started the Thursday and we started walking the streets, not one time has that happened. It's hi, Skip. It's not Pastor Skip. It's hi, Skip. They don't see me like I'm dressed now. I'm in jeans and a sweatshirt. Hi, Skip. How's it going? This is my pastor. This is who I belong with and who cares for me and I care for him. Our tires are not cut. They don't spit on the ground. The other day, a person did urinate on our building. We didn't say a word. They went and got water and washed it off. There is now mutual respect for us and who we are about and what we are about. You want a key to this community? There it is. You respect, you care, you reach out, you can change the community. You can change it and make a difference. I promise that.
Again, I mean, I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome. Tell us about a little bit more about your new church.
Sure. We're building a new church on Elms Road. It was a hard decision to go there and to build. We started all over from the very beginning. Yes, it's going to be beautiful. It is going to be quite pretty. But my church, my congregation knows that it's nothing more than brick and stone and wood and carpet and all the other stuff that we put in there. Hey, that's not the church. Charles, it's me and you that's the church. Right. We're the church. And yeah, we'll have a great place to worship, a great place to do ministry, a great place to do child development center and youth and children. It'll be a wonderful place to do that. But it's nothing more than a beacon on the hill.
That's right.
We cannot rest on that.
Pastor Skip, I think you said it. Yes, the church is a building, but the church is outside the walls.
Yes.
It's the me and the you. What are we doing to enhance Christ's reputation here on earth? And I think you're doing something great in that. And I want to take this time to thank you for being on the show today and to let you know that I appreciate what you do, and I ask and I pray that you continue to do it. And those times when you feel weary, just know that you got another brother praying for you in what you're doing, and I appreciate it. And I want to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in to another episode of Attention Central Texas.